day after the spiritual sexual shamanic experience. We are here in Orotina, Costa Rica. Life is good. Life is good, and now we're just going to be chilling out before we head out to Envision Festival. So we're looking at what we're going to be doing next. I moved a lot of energy that has been surrounding me, that has been trapping my energy or leaking my energy towards places that don't deserve my energy. And I moved a lot of that, and it's crazy because the shamanic principle is that if we hold this anger or disappointment or whatever it is, if we hold it into our body and we keep it trapped, it actually takes space from us actually creating. So when we move that energy, when we completely release the charge we have around those things, we have more space, and then we could go access that energy, that power to create. And I'm really happy about what went on in Costa Rica. I feel like more than anything, what we accomplished in this training was building allyship with some very, very, very powerful people. And these people are committed, I think, to this path because they could not deny the experience they lived over the week. And I'm very curious and excited to see what co-creative endeavors we will put together. And I know that this is only gonna support us exponentially, and that the message, the work, the energy, the alchemy is going to be spread out quicker and with a lot more ease. And that's it. We are committed to changing the paradigm around sexuality, going from a more consumerist, separated version of sexuality to a more embodied version of sexuality, one that honors our desires and where pleasure is a principle of bliss and power versus damnation and sin. So we are the transition team, and we want everybody to experience the bliss that we are living right now. If you're gonna live through the fear principle, you'll limit your experience, you'll limit your ability to actually explore and experience life from a more powerful perspective. If you choose love and you surrender to your inner knowing, your faith in your life path. And that's what people need to start getting back on, having faith to their life path and surrendering to those places that are chaotic and dramatic, because those are alarm systems. Those are alarm systems saying that there's something off in your life. But there's many paths, and whatever path you find showing up for you or talking to you, go for it. The time of fear is over. You are creating your reality. Choose love and ask yourself, what would love do in this moment? What would love do? And remember, love is a giving action. So how would you give to yourself? You give to yourself by getting knowledge, by gaining wisdom, by putting yourself in situations that teach you, by taking the trainings that talk to you. Post-training road tripping with the infamous Laurie Handlers, the gorgeous and articulate Araminta, and the horribly talented Stefan Kut. And me, your host, Spiritual Playboy, Frank Mondeose.
I'm happy, I'm relaxed, I feel very blessed, and we did a kick-ass level 1 SSSEX training here in Costa Rica. Wow. On the premises where we were in Costa Rica, there was a little church. It's like an open-air church. And
I got you.
And we had an intermarriage ceremony in that church, and it was really different from any other marriage ceremony that one could ever have. It was beautiful. People became self-sovereign over our training, over the time of our training, and then they married themselves willingly, gladly, and feeling
wholeheartedly.
Yeah, feeling so good about themselves.
So, can you say a couple words on sovereignty? What is that for people that, I mean, we know what sovereignty means, but what does that mean in a day-to-day life?
Sovereignty means that I own myself, I own my body, I own my thoughts, my feelings. Nobody has any jurisdiction or say over who I am and how I behave. I'm sovereign.
And why is that a big deal?
Because most people surrender their power to their partners, whoever their partner is. They just kind of relinquish their power as soon as they get into a relationship. Then they also relinquish their power to the government. They relinquish their power over time to belief systems that may or may not be theirs. And they have also relinquished their power to religion, thinking that there's somebody in the sky that that decides everything that's going to happen, even who's going to win the Super Bowl. It's ridiculous to me. I'm sovereign, and those who choose to join me, they take back their power, they reclaim themselves. It's their birthright.
And how does sovereignty support creativity and manifestation?
Well, if I'm my own beloved and I'm my own boss and I own myself, then I can create for myself. I'm not worried too much about the outside world, what the outside world thinks about me. People seem to be more enrolled in my creations this way than they ever were before.
So the idea of being sovereign and being able to make independent decisions and therefore be amplifying whatever energy that they have put into their focus versus getting permission from another.
Yes, absolutely.
Sounds good.
It makes a huge difference.
Sounds good. A lot of love and a lot of bliss and beautiful self-inquiry, and remember to let love free, because the loving are the daring. So go for it. It's yours to discover. Peace.